WWE address Brock Lesnar's SummerSlam return. Plus, Janel Grant representatives address the return of Brock Lesnar. And we have an update on Karrion Kross's contract status. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. So SummerSlam saw the return of Brock Lesnar. Michael Cole commented on his return after replays were shown on Raw last night.
Yeah, he said, earlier today I had the opportunity to sit down with WWE President Nick Khan and WWE's Chief Content Officer Paul Triple H Levesque. I then asked them a simple question. When was it determined that Brock Lesnar would return to WWE? He said, they told me they reached out to Brock a couple of weeks ago and said, we believe it's time you come home, Brock. Brock Lesnar said, let's do it. And here we are, which for me, Tom, leaves more questions than answers.
Yeah, because Paul Levesque, during the post-show not media scrum, because who knows why they cancel press conferences, said that it was something that John Cena had wanted.
Weak leadership, I was saying yesterday, Tom. Not only was the press conferences cancelled when you wanted answers, because if I was working for the company, I'd be like, well, has he been cleared? Is he still involved? Is what going on? I know he's not a defendant, but he is still named in a very much ongoing legal process. It is still ongoing no matter what people on Twitter are saying. So, is he out of it? Is he in it? Because if he's still in it and he's being brought back, that's not a good look for me.
Now, WWE Legal have cleared Brock Lesnar to return. Now, WWE Legal is the legal department for all things WWE. It's not essentially a legal body, but it's WWE's legal team that have gone, yeah, he's fine to come back. The Observer says they're not quite sure why, but opines that maybe it could be because the Janel Grant lawsuit is close to arbitration. So they're maybe close to the end of it. So consequently, that is enough for them to go, well, we'll bring you back for SummerSlam rather than wait 4 weeks. We'll do it at SummerSlam. That could potentially be a reason as to why. Having said that, representatives for Janel Grant have spoken about Brock Lesnar's return, putting out a statement just after the return on Sunday night into Monday morning.
Yeah, the statement reads, for far too long, abuse was allowed to thrive under WWE's leadership. Instead of righting this wrong, WWE has done nothing to ensure those responsible are held accountable. This attempt to sweep misconduct under the rug will backfire. We look forward to the full set of facts, including those about Mr. Lesnar, coming out in a court of law where they belong. But in the meantime, we refer to you back to Janel Grant's updated complaint, which outlines in detail the abuse she endured by McMahon and others while employed at WWE.
So we'll have more on that, of course, when we know more at cultaholic.com. But as we say, this is
the full set of facts, though. So they're not even out there yet.
No,
because they're pretty detailed as it is.
Yeah. There's probably more to come out. It's an ongoing case. It's when we know more, we'll know more at Cultaholic.com. Also, last night on Raw, Seth Rollins confirmed the name of his faction. It was something that was trademarked by WWE just the other day. I like it. It's called The Vision.
Yeah, he's been calling himself a visionary, a revolutionary. I'd do a whiskey drink. I do whatever. He's been doing that for years, hasn't he? So,
that's right. He's now called Chumbawamba.
I would love to hear him say that word. Anyway, it just makes you wonder if the Vision was maybe trademarked for something else as to why it's taken so long. Because obviously WrestleMania is April time. We're now in August and we're just learning the name. It's not exactly like it's linked to Rollins' character for the past 5 years or so.
Might one of those things that maybe they've been workshopping back and forth for a little while. Maybe they wanted to wait until this whole story arc had kind of played out, or at least reached the end of chapter 1 before revealing the name of the group.
I guess it does make more sense now that he has the title. He is the Vision.
Yeah, this is the Vision, i.e. the whole...
the subtext, Tom.
The subtext is a better name. But Paul Hay was also now going under the name The Oracle, which kind of still fits into all of that. I think maybe this is a case of waiting for chapter 1 of the story to play out before they officially reveal their name. Seth Rollins confirming the name of his faction on Raw. Meanwhile, his wife, Becky Lynch, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, well, there was a very personal back and forth between her and Nikki Bella last night.
I believe the kids called it bodied, Tom.
Bodied.
This is what Becky Lynch did to Nikki Bella, because it looked like Nikki Bella had the upper hand, because obviously Becky Lynch mentions that herself and Seth Rollins, her hot husband, are the best wrestling couple in the world. And then Becky goes, oh, that was you, Nikki Bella, and your partner, but you can't see him anymore because you used to be with John Cena. Coming soon to season 2 of WWE Unreal.
Yeah, you said that before we came down. This feels like something that's absolutely going to be a part of WWE Unreal. Obviously, not only did that get a mention, but Happy Gilmore 2 got a mention, Nikki Bella's part being removed from it, and all. This has all led to Nikki Bella wanting to challenge Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky looked like she was about to accept the challenge, but she decided just to slap her in the face instead.
Good heel bollocks. Yeah, Becky also saying that she was there to combat the era that Nikki Bella was more so a part of, while Nikki was like, I'll give you the, I'll pass you the torch. I don't know why I'm going Irish for Nikki Bella, but there we go.
I'll pass the torch to your Irish chocolate. Does this go down at Clash in Paris?
Oh, it's certainly a match they could do, Tom. It's Nikki Bella.
It seems. I think Nikki was meant to be part of Evolution. There was talk there was going to be the Bellas versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the women's titles. That didn't end up happening due to Liv Morgan's injury. Also, Brie Bella has sort of made some overtures to suggest that maybe her relationship with Daniel Bryan, i.e. Bryan Danielson, i.e. her husband, is something that may have put the stoppers on that somewhat as well. But either way, that didn't end up happening. That we didn't get the Bella moment at Evolution, but we'll certainly get a Bella moment, I think, at Clash in Paris.
When she wins the title. No, she won't win.
She might do. The Karrion Kross situation is an interesting one. It was during that post-show thing that WWE did that the crowd all chanted, "We want Kross," to which Triple H went, "Yes, that's right, Brock. You've got Brock."
Oh, one person on Twitter said, look, Ross, they're all chatting for you. And I was like, we want Ross. We want Ross.
No, it was definitely Brock. Karrion Kross was not backstage at Raw last night.
Shocking developments, Tom. The report continues from Fightful Select. They had a high up has told them that both Kross and Scarlett's deals are up this weekend, and no new deal has been offered to either of them. Neither have been informed to Fightful's knowledge that their deals are set to lapse, which seems a little bit close to the deadline.
Yeah, this weekend. But then we've also seen in recent months and such wrestlers who have reached the very tail end of their contracts but then continued on. You know, Chad Gable was one that was very much in the mix when his contract expired, and consequently he ended up staying on. We've also seen people who have been let go with a fair bit of notice of their contract expiring. I feel like Karrion Kross, because his popularity has been on the rise and because conversations about his contract are still very much out there, we are absolutely in this period now where WWE are going to work as many people as possible. So they know for a fact that Karrion Kross's conversation is a talking point. They know that we'll be talking about it this morning. So we've got to tell you what, let's just keep it ticking over. Let's continue to work everybody. And I think I wouldn't be shocked if he just, he signed. Of course he signed.
Nail your flag to the Kross, Tom. Is he staying? Is he going?
I think he's staying. I think he's going. Do you?
I think the loss to Sami Zayn, the tweet about, they write the stories, but they can't hide the noise, whatever he said about the press conference thing, what he said yesterday. I think those two things combined. And the fact we are so close to the deadline, I'm going to nail my flag to the Kross that he's going.
Flag to the mast.
Yeah. It's Karrion Kross, though, isn't it?
Yeah. See what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. Yeah, I do think I think that he will. Okay, maybe it's a bit of both. Maybe the contract will expire. He will leave. There'll be a big old outcry. He'll turn up and we'll be told, "Hey, are you enjoying the ride? Are you?" Probably be a bit of that. It's
coming soon to season 2 of Unreal.
Yeah, it's all just fodder for WWE Unreal. Everything is fodder for WWE Unreal at the moment. For the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out Cultaholic.com. We've got WTF moments coming up soon.
Yes, probably tomorrow morning now. Richard was off work yesterday and I, quite frankly, I'm knackered. So, so it'll be like tomorrow morning on the Patreon.
By the honesty of it, yeah, there was a lot of stuff to break down from SummerSlam. Ross will guide you through all of it a little later on this week on the Cultaholic Patreon. Patreon.com/Cultaholic to support us there. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.